Good morning, America, on this Friday, December 11th. And this morning, breaking news about those 5 Americans arrested in Pakistan. Police now saying they were recruited online through Facebook and YouTube to join the jihad against America. Important medical news for women. Can the drugs that make bones stronger also prevent breast cancer? A silver lining in the shaky economy. A new report shows Americans have more money, but are they willing to spend it?
I made it here. Good morning from Jerusalem.
I'm here in Kalak, Thailand.
From Denver, Colorado.
From Baghdad,
Mexico City.
Good morning, America. I'm Diane Sawyer on the South Lawn of the White House.
There are places I remember.
And our special tribute as Diane prepares for a brand new adventure. So please join us as we share a few laughs, shed a few tears, and celebrate our colleague and our beloved friend Diane.
Places have their moments.
And for one more time, good morning, America. I'm Diane Sawyer here with Robin Roberts, Chris Cuomo, Sam Champion, and I'm going to try to take the advice of that immortal philosopher, Dr. Seuss, who said, don't cry because it happened, smile because it happened. And this morning I am beaming at all of you. My heart is smiling, and the privilege of sharing my mornings with all of you has been more than I can say.
We will be smiling, we will be laughing, but put on some waterproof mascara if you're at home, just in case, because we will shed tears of joy and happiness and appreciation to the queen of morning television, and now going on to the evening. And so it's going to be a morning to remember. And thank you, Diane. Thank you for your leadership, your guidance, and your love to us all. Now, how are we going to do the news after that?
Yes, exactly. That's coming up in the next half hour. How's that?
Okay.
But let's begin, as we always try to do, by bringing you the breaking news. There is word this morning that the 5 young Americans detained in Pakistan will likely be deported back to America. And for the first time this morning, we are learning just exactly who these recruited jihadists are. And our chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, has that. Brian.
Well, good morning, Diane. Overnight, we've obtained the investigative report prepared by Pakistani police that offers insight to what had become their road to jihad. Pakistani police this morning showed the pictures and the U.S. passports of the 5 young college students from the Washington, D.C. suburbs who authorities say had come to Pakistan to train for jihad against their own country and its troops. The authorities said the recruitment began on the website YouTube after 20-year-old Ahmed Mini praised videos that featured attacks on American troops. According to the interrogation report, the men ended up in this home in Saragota after traveling to Pakistan on separate flights over the Thanksgiving weekend. They were on their way to al-Qaeda strongholds in North Waziristan when they were arrested on a tip from the FBI after their families back home reported them missing.
They had left their video cassettes back there for their parents that they have left for jihad and they won't be back. So we suppose that they were here for some very bad activities.
The news came as a shock in the suburban communities the men had left behind. The 5 are now just part of a steady stream of disaffected Americans coming to Pakistan to learn how to wage jihad.
So we really now have the worst of all possible worlds. We have a continuing threat from what I would call al-Qaeda Central, foreign terrorists, and we also have, as you say, a growing threat of insider terrorism here in the United States as well.
The 5 young men are being questioned today by the FBI there, which is now focusing on the details of who exactly directed these men and how, in hopes that other Americans who may be in the same jihad stream can be detected. In the case of these men, they had been initially rejected by the first jihadist groups they approached because they didn't seem all that competent, didn't speak the language, had too much of a Western demeanor. In any case, it's one more indication that for all in the U.S., the road to terror starts in Pakistan. And while U.S. troops are headed to Afghanistan, it is Pakistan that poses the most serious threat to this country, Diane. Robin.
All right, Brian, thank you so much. And now for the bottom line, we're going to go to our chief White House correspondent. I gave you another promotion. Chief Washington correspondent and host of This Week, George Stephanopoulos. And George, the 5 Americans that were arrested in Pakistan, the fact that they were recruited online through Facebook and such, it's got to be of great concern to the White House.
Certainly, as the president mentioned in his Nobel speech yesterday, and I think Brian hit on it as well, this combines 2 of the threats that most concern U.S. officials right now Pakistan, which is where most of the terrorists who might come here are being trained right now. And secondly, this whole concern over homegrown terrorism. We've seen Americans now from Minnesota go back to Somalia.
Right.
We've seen the Zazi case. These emerging threats are what White House officials are most concerned with now.
Yesterday in Oslo, Norway, we hear the president, like he's there to accept the Nobel Peace Prize. And of course, we're at war. And it was quite a contradiction that he didn't shy away from in speaking about in his acceptance speech. I want to get your reaction, but let's play a bit of it right now.
We will not eradicate violent conflict in our lifetimes. There will be times when nations, acting individually or in concert, will find the use of force not only necessary, but morally justified. For make no mistake, evil does exist in the world. A nonviolent movement could not have halted Hitler's armies. Negotiations cannot convince Al-Qaeda's leaders to lay down their arms.
A speech for the history books. I mean, look at this. You had an American president winning the Nobel Peace Prize, taking on the idea of pacifism and really explaining his own version of just war theory. And I think what you also saw here is the president synthesizing all of the major national security decisions he's made over this year. He says that we have to engage to try to avoid war, what he's doing with Iran. He says we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard, which is why he says we have to make sure that, close down Guantanamo and obey the laws of war. But make no mistake, as he said, evil exists in the world. Where it exists, we must take it on with force. And that's why a lot of people are calling this the Obama doctrine.
And a very defining speech. Many people felt, even some people that you wouldn't think would have thought that.
Incredible who came out and praised this speech. No one has been tougher on the president in the last year than Sarah Palin. She praised what he said yesterday. Newt Gingrich, the former Speaker of the House, said that it was historic for a liberal president to go to Oslo and then come out and give this kind of speech defending the necessity of war.
So you're going to have a lot to talk about on Sunday on This Week, and we'll see you there. And you have any plans for Monday morning? I don't know.
I am thinking about it right now. I cannot wait to join you. Can't wait to be your co-pilot.
In case you haven't heard, George Stephanopoulos is going to be joining us here at Good Morning America, and we'll start on Monday. And
what an honor to follow Diane Sawyer.
Thank you, but welcome aboard. It's going to be a wonderful 11, 12, 13, 14 years for you. And we're getting everything ready for you.
You started with a 3-month assignment.
That's right. I said 2 or 3 months. I'll be here 11 years later. Can't leave. But it's so great to have you here. And now, Chris Cuomo has the other major headlines.
It's been some of the toughest news not to break to all of you that George is coming here. He's a good friend of mine. I'm so happy for you and excited. Anything I can do to help.
Congratulations to you, too.
Hey,
Thank you.
Best of luck. They're going to be lucky to have you. They really are. And you, too. What a team. My heart already.
What, you too? Again, is it my name? Like you
Robin.
too?
Sure, you too. Come on.
Put it on prompter.
If they don't know how I feel about you, they don't know nothing.
I know. I gotcha.
No, really. Good luck to both of you. And to you as well. Good morning, everybody. Let me give you a little news. We got a new report from the Federal Reserve that says on average, Americans' net worth is on the rise. But more than 15 million people are still unemployed. So the question is this good news? Bianna Goladriga is here to take a look for us. Good morning, Bianna.
Good morning, Chris. Let's just call this good news, because sometimes good news is just that. It's good news. And here's why this trend is happening. First, we had the stock market run up over the last 8 months. And also, Americans have cut back on spending habits. Household debt is down by the largest percentage ever. And it's just another sign of a possible encouraging trend after the worst recession in 70 years.
Despite a struggling economy, the new report highlights a silver lining, the growing size of Americans' wallets. For the second quarter in a row, U.S. household net worth, the difference between the value of assets and liabilities, has increased, up $2.7 trillion to $53.4 trillion. That's still more than $12 trillion below the all-time record set just 2 years ago before the recession hit. But for many, it's a hopeful sign.
Higher household net worth makes people comfortable to go back to the stores to buy, their everyday consumer needs, plus some luxury items. What that means is you end up with a better economic growth environment.
After taking one of the largest hits from the financial crisis, airlines are now looking up too. Executives are anticipating up to a 10% increase in revenue as measured by individual seat sales in 2010. Also, in another good sign stemming from bad circumstances, Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner announced that the federal government will end up making money off the controversial TARP bailout of banks. Bank of America has already announced that it will repay its TARP loan, and Citigroup is in talks to raise $15 billion to do the same.
Now, that's not to say that there isn't a lot to still be worried about, especially when it comes to jobs. Consider this. Even if the economy started creating 300,000 jobs a month right now, it would take 5 years to get us back to where we were before this recession began. Chris?
Well, that's sobering perspective,
Yeah.
but we need to hear it. Bianna, thank you very much. We also have news this morning about those big bonuses on Wall Street. Banking giant Goldman Sachs is ending cash bonuses for top executives. Instead, they'll be giving out stock that can't be sold for 5 years. And in a separate development, these 6 companies bailed out by the government will face new limits on executive pay being announced today. Certain executives will be capped at $500,000. There are new revelations surrounding the relationship between the CIA and the private security firm previously known as Blackwater USA. The New York Times reports Blackwater guards took part in a secret CIA raid to help capture or kill insurgents in Iraq and Afghanistan, multiple raids, even though they were only supposed to be providing security. Congress is currently investigating the CIA's use of contractors. And finally, we have, I guess, what they're calling a once-in-a-century event that's prompting an urgent warning to ships off Australia this morning. What could it be? A massive iceberg. This is what you see in the top left of this satellite image. It broke off from Antarctica and is slowly drifting toward Australia. It is twice the size of Manhattan. Well,
Wow.
okay, that's big, right? It's expected to break up as it inches closer to the coast, but it will be creating hundreds of smaller hazardous icebergs. Can you believe that? Scientists say it could become more frequent, this type of event, if the temperatures
Sea temperatures keep rising. That's right. Thank you, Chris.
And it's freezing enough outside, which is, of course, Sam Champion's assignment as it is every morning. So much of the country in the deep freeze, Sam.
So much of it. And good morning, Robin. Good morning, Chris. Let me say it one more time. Good morning, Diane Sawyer.
Sam Champion.
All right, let's talk about the temperatures. We've got some cold air not only into the Northeast today, but still spreading across the Great Lakes. New York starts at 22. Boston starts at 24. They were in the 40s yesterday. They won't get there today because of this cold air. By the way, winter is 10 days away, but for the past 6 days, winter weather has been the headline.
A vicious blast of cold winter weather continues across the nation with sub-freezing temperatures in 46 states.
It is freezing and the wind is just atrocious.
Regions in 31 states spent Thursday in below freezing temperatures. So cold in Chicago, even the parking meters froze over. Residents near Buffalo, New York struggled with nearly zero visibility as vicious 60-mile-an-hour winds sent 2 feet of snow flying. In the Midwest, utility crews worked overtime trying to restore power to nearly 200,000 residents in Wisconsin and Michigan alone. This has been a massive storm system at one point covering over 1,500 miles and making the West just as cold as the East.
The amount of snow, the ice, temperature drop, this is the worst I've seen in 30 years.
How cold is it? Cold enough to freeze this waterfall in Oregon. In Arizona, officials have already rescued close to 50 stranded hunters and hikers after the storm dumped 3 feet of snow in the state. And they say they aren't done yet.
There are probably some folks out there that were more concerned about hunting than getting out of the area. So we have an idea that now as they try to start leaving the area, we're going to get more calls from people who are stranded.
But even weather this icy can't deter the hardiest football fans.
Cleveland on a freezing cold night.
Look who showed up for the second coldest Cleveland Browns football game in history.
Cleveland did win. Now that cold air moves across the Great Lakes, and the last part of it was about 1 to 2 feet of lake effect snow just south of Buffalo, North Collins, New York. Our David Curley is there this morning. What's it like to get 1 to 2 feet of snow in 24 hours, David?
It just kept on coming, Sam, and it's still coming. I'm sitting in about 1.5 feet here, and we're probably only about halfway through this event here. The snow continues to come down. What's been different about this storm, Sam, than others, because they're used to getting a lot of snow here in western New York, have been the high winds, and that's caused a lot of problems. In fact, yesterday, it was bumper to bumper gridlock as people are trying to get home. The reason all this snow that's been coming down so quickly has been blowing. It's been whiteout conditions. It's just been seriously nasty. And here's the bad news, Sam. It's another 24 hours of snow coming down. The winds are kind of calm right now, but it doesn't mean in the next 24 hours that they won't pick up a bit. Sam?
Yeah, sorry, David, and there's even more bad news, and that is those frigid temperatures you see now will stay with you into next week. Here's a look at the temperatures in that Arctic blast. 2 below in Green Bay, 17 in Detroit. And the West Coast, we've got a brand new storm coming on that will reinforce the pattern of winter across the country next week. We'll talk about more in the next half hour, but that's the weather quickly around the nation. Your local forecast just 30 seconds away. But first, here's our selected city this morning. Wait, first, here's our selected cities this morning, brought to you by Walmart. My lips are frozen.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and Walmart's here to help. Starting Saturday, December 12th at 8 a.m. through December 18th, get this 32-inch Vizio 1080p LCD TV for $398. Find even more specials at walmart.com/holiday savings. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Go back to Diane. I want you to see this. And Diane, we did not set this up. Coldest day since March, and these people all showed up to say goodbye to you.
Oh, I will come down. I will come down and see you, Louisville and Kentucky, showing up there in the freezing cold. And back at you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will be down in a minute. And now we want to tell you about a new study that could be good news in the fight against breast cancer, because millions of women already take drugs to prevent bone loss. But it turns out they may be getting the added benefit of prevention of breast cancer. Here with more is ABC News Senior Health and Medical Editor, Dr. Richard Besser, and it's good to see you, Rich.
Diane, it's nice to be here with good news. There were 2 studies presented yesterday at the breast cancer meetings in San Antonio that are showing surprising results and exciting results. Women who are taking these drugs to prevent bone loss, they're called bisphosphonates, they were 30% less likely to develop breast cancer. And that's very exciting news.
And these are all across the board, the brand labels we know.
Yeah, across the board, brands we know. Large study. It was 150,000 women in the United States. 2,200 of those women were taking these drugs, and what they found, following them over 8 years, 1/3 fewer of them developed breast cancer.
Do we have any sense why? What's activated in the drug?
Well, the lead researcher has a couple of theories. One is that these drugs could be toxic to the cancer cells themselves. Another is that it could just interfere with the pathway by which women go on to develop breast cancer. But more work would need to be done in that area.
And I want to know that you're giving your cautionary advice, as you always do in the morning.
Well, I am.
Said, don't run out and take these drugs.
Yes, these aren't ready for prime time. These studies were not done for this reason. So now they'll do a big study and give half the women these drugs, another group of women not have those drugs, and follow them over time and see, is it truly protective? But it is exciting, especially for those women who are taking those drugs now because of bone loss. This may be a side benefit.
But you're right, to get a surprise in science and medicine. A good surprise.
That's right. And that's how some of the greatest discoveries come about, just by surprises like this.
All right. Thanks to you, Dr. Richard Besser. Robin?
It's such encouraging news for so many, Rich. You're going to stick around with us, Rich, because special morning, as we've been saying. Diane, you can say all these different things about her and her importance and what she does, but she is a reporter at heart. She loves to get at the story, and she has, we look back at the story she's covered, the miles she has traveled to bring you the world. We're going to share that in our next half hour. Come on back. Did you hear that? Oh, where did the time go? Where did the time go? It has been so special to share this, the 4 of us together. My goodness. You were so out of step there, Mo.
Shocking.
But I'm glad that our last trip was the train trip, because it brought us out to so many people.
It did, and I'll never forget the SmackDown poker games.
Late at night.
Late at night, when put everybody to bed and on the train, and then went at it.
Especially these two.
Well, no, Diane taught me how to play gin rummy that trip.
Yeah.
I'd never played before.
I did. I took you to the dark side. Anyway, we have a lot to laugh about. Stay with us. Come back.
From the crowd, she walks with me yelling, "Death to America." And before we part, in accented English, there it is. I love you, she says. I love you.
The essence of Diane. She is a reporter at heart. That was in Iran, right in the thick of a crowd, getting to the heart of the story. She has logged so many miles, talked to so many people from all walks of life during her nearly 11 years. When you really add up, next month would be
11 years. And can I correct poor Dr. Seuss?
Please do.
Because as you know, I said I'm not equipped to drive heavy machinery this morning. But it's don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened.
There you go.
If you were sitting at home going, why did she say
I actually knew that, but I let it go there because it was the last day.
Oh, that's right. Forgiveness on the last day. Now you forgive me.
I gotta say, this is the first time in all my years sitting next to Diane. I've looked at her this morning, I'm like, hello, anybody home?
What just happened?
But you know what? If it's gonna be a morning, it's this morning to be that way. And we understand fully because Diane is heading to the anchor chair at World News. She has been here, as we've been saying, for more than a decade. And we thought it would be a good time now to remind everyone the unforgettable stories she has brought into our homes over these many years. Let's take a look.
Good morning to all of you. I'm Diane Sawyer in Kabul, Afghanistan on this March 9th around the world.
We're here in Istanbul, Turkey.
I made it here. Good morning from Jerusalem. I'm here in Kalak, Thailand. From Denver, Colorado. From Baghdad, Mexico City. Good morning, America. I'm Diane Sawyer on the South Lawn of the White House. It is the 9th day of war, and good morning to all of you overseas. I'm Diane Sawyer, and we're standing here looking at a stage that's right out of Star Wars. Good morning, America. From Baghdad, I'm Diane Sawyer. We are in Saudi Arabia, where, by the way, women wear the abaya.
Good morning again from Iran. I'm Diane Sawyer.
Good night to you here in Thailand. Diane Sawyer here at the Republican National Convention in St. Paul, Minnesota. This is one of the rarest things you could ever see in journalism. It is a visa into North Korea. It is amazing to say, live to you this morning, good morning, America, from Pyongyang, North Korea.
We just got a report in that there's been some sort of explosion at the World Trade Center in New York City. We have no idea if it was a plane, was it in any sense deliberate, was it an accident? It does seem to be that there is considerable and truly terrifying damage on some of those floors at the top.
And the scene out here tonight is really just one of complete, almost wounded numbness.
Operation Iraqi Freedom, killer hurricane, Florida anthrax scare. The military battle has begun.
And now in London, they are calling yesterday 7-7.
Fellow pilots, as we said, are speaking with awe this morning.
Diane this morning is half a world away.
And good morning to you, Charlie, and good morning to America. I'm here in Kalak, Thailand, the hardest hit part of this region in this first week of the new year.
We head out into the countryside where we're told 50% of the population may be lost. And the supplies of food and clothing have been coming in steadily. They're stacking up.
Good morning, America. We awake to breaking news that Senator Edward Kennedy, political giant, Lion of the Senate, has died.
As we say, a good and sad morning to you, America.
Pope John Paul died of septic shock and an irreversible cardiocirculatory collapse. Good morning, America. Good morning, voters. This morning, it all hinges on the vote in Florida. Right now, 1,785 votes separate Bush from Gore. Good morning, America. Diane Sawyer here in election headquarters, Times Square, USA. A new morning, an African-American elected by Black, white, young, Hispanic, and above all, Americans asking for change. John F. Kennedy Jr.'s final. The death toll from on board Columbine school shootings. Robin and I say good morning to you live from Virginia Tech this morning. When your little brother goes off to college, this is the last thing you could possibly fathom, not is?
Yeah, I just wanted him to go and do well because he was so happy to go. I mean, he loved anyone that he ever met. He loved children. If you needed help, he was there to help you.
We can only send you our love this morning, and we do. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll go now back to Sam. Secretary of Education in an Obama administration?
I kind of like my job.
Do you still expect to get health care by the end of the year?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
So tell me I'm not hallucinating.
You're hallucinating.
You are President Bush, and you
I
are
was.
George Clooney.
He still is. I was. I'm barely.
You are the richest man on the planet. What does that mean to you?
Nothing.
Nothing? Has the U.S. failed in Afghanistan?
Not at all.
Did you know you were going for Saddam Hussein?
We had been informed that that was a possible target that we were going after.
Governor Rod Blagojevich, the U.S. attorney has said that you tried to sell Barack Obama's Senate seat like a sports agent shopping the highest bidder. Did you?
Absolutely not.
Hi.
I never thought I'd meet you.
Well, what a way to meet, huh? Did you murder your wife?
No, no.
Did you ever hit her? Did you ever injure her?
No, no.
Can you say anti-Semitic things and not be anti-Semitic? Can you say intolerant things and not be an intolerant person?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Can you tell us anything new about your timetable and how many people are on your list right now?
Diane, I would love to, but I can, and I'm sure you understand, but I also understand why you try.
Are you sending Iranian weapons into Iraq?
We are opposed to any kind of conflict in Iran. This is not in our advantage.
She is a 47-year-old mother, a scientist, and called the architect of Iraq's biological weapons program. How can you, a scientist, ever consider introducing a disease into the world?
I'm a scientist and I'm proud of myself.
Why would you want to be president?
I worry about the future of America. I worry about whether we'll be prosperous.
At these poll numbers, can John Kerry win? Is he going to win?
I think so, but it's very close.
Forgive me, Reverend Falwell, if your use of the word misstatement defies credulity here. And I want to make sure that this is not about religion. Well, this is not about religion because a lot of people who take their faith seriously, as do I.
It's different when a woman shows that kind of emotion and a man does.
Well, you know, men do it all the time. You know, I'm a person, much to some people's surprise.
Did the Bush administration drop the ball on resourcing the war in Afghanistan?
Well, I think we got to look at it in a more sophisticated way.
By next year, will we be out of the auto business?
I think it's going to take longer than that, just to be honest and realistic.
2 years? 3? 4?
We're going to get out as soon as we can.
I'm just trying to ask, and these are supporters, people who believed in the war, who have asked the question.
Well, you can keep asking the question, and my answer is going to be the same. Saddam was a danger, and the world is better off because we got rid of him.
What would it take to convince you he didn't have weapons of mass destruction?
Saddam Hussein was a threat, and the fact that he is gone means America is a safer country.
And you know, I keep thinking it is such a privilege to be able to go out and try to ask the questions that you would want to ask as we travel the world. And this is true of every single one of us.
And you will continue to do that. At World News, I think it was very appropriate that we showed you all around the world, and you are going on to World News, and we'll continue that type of work.
Yeah, we calculated. I've circled the globe 14 times.
Wow.
Here, I'm good. 300,000
When you see it
miles.
When you see it that way, we are all in the same business. But that is humbling for me to watch as an interviewer. What you have accomplished. And what are you, only halfway into your career? I mean, this is amazing. This is really amazing. I applaud. That is, I feel great for you. I feel horrible about myself right now.
I just think of this as, you know, getting the Newcomers Award to get to look at all of this with you.
Wow.
I do.
But when you see that, you
And
realize that nobody does it better than Diane Sawyer.
Simply the best!
Well
said, Olaf.
If you knew what happens in commercials on this sofa.
I don't want to know. We
Maybe
never
you
have
do.
jobs.
Maybe
And
you do.
meanwhile, they're yelling at me, going, "Okay, go, let's go to the boards. We got one or two things going on." No, let's not talk about this sweater. It was cold outside. Let's go to the boards. We'll show you one or two things going on this morning we want you to know about. With most of the country facing this winter-like weather well before winter, the talk is temperatures. Here's your your highs in Indianapolis at about 35 today, Baltimore at 40 degrees. In some cases, this is 10 to 20 degrees colder than normal, so just prepare for the chill. Next storm in the west, we've got another pattern coming. What this does is follow the same track as this week's storm. It's not as bad. The snow totals aren't as high. Cold air, not as bad. It's not as intense, but it reinforces the winter weather pattern across this country even next week. So the weather you've got now, get used to it. It's around for a while. Into the southeast, we've got an area of rain that develops. It develops today from New Orleans. Remember earlier this week, they got six inches of rain, so there's already some flood watches out for that area. It will move into the southeast as we get toward the weekend and become a coastal storm by the time we get well into the weekend for the entire eastern seaboard. That is the weather around the nation. Good morning, Diane Sawyer. Here's what you could expect this morning. It was brought to you by Tylenol. Miss Robin?
Well, new beginnings. New beginnings for Diane, new beginnings for Chris, and new beginnings for Good Morning America. We would like to introduce you to our new Good Morning America team.
Look who's here in George.
Thank you so much.
You think it's humbling for you?
I know. It scares me.
It is great. Come on, great to have you here.
That was a man if I ever saw one. So excited.
Welcome aboard.
Wow.
Should we have a family photo? The circle of life. We'll talk. We will.
Grab a cup of coffee. We'll
be
talk.
back in a minute.
This is going to be
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. Always
Hey! Hi! I got all my sisters and me.
I don't want to sing. I don't want to do it.
We didn't want you to see us like this, actually. You may turn around and walk back out the door. How we dance in the mornings here, how we bring the music in the morning, but truly, welcome from me to both of you. We're all friends here, and it's a wonderful thing to be with people we know and love.
What do we need to know?
Where do we begin? Can I show you something?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to take you to my desk.
You better go.
I better go too?
This is very important. This is very important.
Coming.
Okay, here we go. What you need to know is this drawer is your survival kit.
Oh, well, let's see what I'm
Right here. You will not be needing the perfume.
That's good.
You will not be needing the puppet of Diane
This
Sawyer.
I will need.
That's
airborne.
You will not need the scissors or the lipstick. However, as you can see, you'll be tidier than I am. You think?
Not much. I don't know. I will need the brush.
All right. It will be cleared out for you. It will be ready for business on Monday.
A sign of the times.
Monday. Do you have anything, Chris, to show Juju?
I've got nothing. Juju, you have everything you need and then some. You're going to be fine. But I'll tell you right now, George, it's not airborne in this thing. That's all I'm going to say. It's not airborne in there.
We need an investigation.
I'm just saying, I'll leave it at that. I need a job.
Juju, what do you think is going to be the most difficult aspect?
You know, I shared this concern with Diane yesterday. I said, I think the hardest part of this job for me is knowing that my husband is picking out my kids' clothes every morning. How much Yankee gear is there, right, Diane? I mean, I literally said that to her yesterday.
Do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I see therapy for years in their lives down the road. Neil Shapiro. What are they wearing?
I think I'm going to get called in about 7:12 or so on my BlackBerry's going to hit an alley. He's going to say, "You tell Elliot to put her clothes on."
Well, Juju and I have already decided we're going to have the phone a friend. We're going to have an alley phone line.
Right.
So, George, we need a little
Anytime
help.
it gets in trouble, just call Allie.
I'm going to have to black that a couple times.
We should go back over and sit down.
You're going to show
Because
them
tell
the
me your
ropes there.
thoughts this morning, the two of you. I would love to know what you're thinking as you wander into this
honestly,
whole new chapter.
we'll do a full suck up here. I am scared to death to follow you in this job. But it's exciting because for me, it's a. As you know, I love GMA. I love the GMA audience, but I don't know it as well as you all. And it's going to be fun for me to learn about them and try to help bring them the news every day.
Well, we can't wait. And once again, we'll take a break. We'll collect ourselves. We'll be back.
I'm trying to picture camera.
Chris doing? We got more fun and memories.
Juju and
Yeah, Juju, come on, what's coming up next?
We're going to have to do memories. We're going to talk more about Diane Sawyer, and I am trying to hit the clock here. I have 7 more seconds to do this. This is hazing.
5,
I've been hazed. It's not even my first day, but we will be back in 1 second.
Thank you for being a friend.
Every picture tells a story, and we have many stories to tell on this momentous occasion. Our Good Morning America family gathers for one final morning with our beloved colleague, our inspiration, our friend, Diane. Thank you for being a friend, my dear Thelma. I know we've joked about it, Thelma and Louise, and I feel that we have had our hands clasped. Sometimes we felt like we were going over that cliff.
That's right.
But you have been by my side, and I can never thank you enough. And I remember the first 7 years ago when walking here, and you and Charlie welcomed me so. So we have 60 minutes left to go in Diane's tenure here on Good Morning America. So we have some surprises for you. And we know that you often say it takes a village. You are the first one to say all the people who make this possible each and every day. So the tireless staff of GMA is the audience this morning.
This is Good Morning America. And they've been up all night, and they're still like this. I mean it. This is Good Morning America. Thank you. Thank you. You know how I feel. I've said it to each and every one of you. You know how I feel. Thank you, Robin. We're going to go upstairs to the news. Well, I still can say it.
Luckily, being a man, I lack the emotional depth for moments like this, and it's a good thing right now. Good morning again, everybody. Let me get you the latest on the accusations of homegrown terrorism. 5 American college students arrested in Pakistan are now expected to be deported back to the U.S. Investigators say the men, all from Washington, D.C. area, were recruited through Facebook and YouTube to train for jihad against America. They were picked up en route to an al-Qaeda stronghold on a tip from the FBI. A high-ranking al-Qaeda operative has been killed by a U.S. drone attack in western Pakistan. Officials will not say who their target was, only that it was not Osama bin Laden or his number 2. Now, turning to medical news, the CDC now says 1 in every 6 Americans has come down with swine flu. More than 200,000 people have required hospitalization, about the same as a typical flu season. Nearly 10,000 have died from it, and although cases are now declining, experts say there could be a 3rd wave of flu in January. So what does this mean? They urge you, get vaccinated if you have not already. There may be a major side benefit to drugs taken by millions of older women to prevent bone loss. A new study has found women on medications like Fosamax and Boniva were 30% less likely to develop breast cancer. But researchers warn more research is needed on this. The man accused of stalking and taking nude photos of ESPN reporter Erin Andrews has agreed to plead guilty. Insurance agent Michael Barrett allegedly videotaped Andrews through peepholes in hotel rooms and then tried to sell the videos. He faces up to 5 years in prison. More trouble for those infamous White House gate crashers. During a recent court proceeding, Tariq Salahi was ordered to hand over his designer watch to pay off an outstanding $2,000 bill for yard work. Turns out the watch, a fake, worth only about $100. All right, and finally, News of a great honor for legendary Hollywood producer Jerry Weintraub. The biggest stars of the industry, including Mr. George Clooney, paid tribute to Weintraub's extensive philanthropic efforts last night in Beverly Hills. He was honored as Man of the Year by UNICEF, whose mission is to save and improve the lives of children worldwide. Clooney had a good joke. He said, when it comes to charities, nobody guilts more people into giving than Jerry Weintraub. And it's true. He's a great man. He does great things. That is the news at 8:04. This is my last newscast. It is my last toss to Sam Champion. I want to share this moment with all of you. I love you. And somebody very special, a friend of mine, a gift to you. Miss Juju Chang, please, this is your chair.
Can I just say,
This is your chair.
You joke about lacking emotional depth, but I happen to know you're about as deep as it gets, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is going to be great. This is your chair. You deserve it in every way possible, certainly more than I did. Please toss to Sam. It is not easy. He is an odd fellow.
Uh-huh. Well, that's the news at 8:05. Sam, man in the beautiful turtleneck.
Juju, can I just tell you that for years now I've had to fake it by going, I can't hear you, Chris, for all the weird things that he said. And Juju, can I just end this by saying, Juju, I hear you perfectly.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Mwah.
Good morning, Juju. Good morning, Chris. Hey, by the way, Margot and Sandra are here. This is their last hour. We know it as the 8 o'clock hour. And I just wanted everyone to see them because they're the first one to turn on the waterworks. And they're not crying this morning yet.
Not yet. We'll wait. Till the end of the show.
Good. I mean, these are the first two ladies that get everybody teared up. Let's get to the boards. We'll show you exactly what's going on this morning. One or two things we want you to know about. We'll show you a quick look at where the rain will go into the southeast today. This is going to be an issue because remember, at the beginning of the week, New Orleans had about 6 inches of rain, and today they'll pick up anywhere from a half inch to another full inch of rain on the Sawyer flyby, ladies and gentlemen. Sawyer, Alabama, 49 degrees. Farewell, Missouri, at 36 degrees. Sawyer, New Mexico, at 35 degrees today, and Sawyer, Idaho, at 22. That is the weather around the nation. Here's what you can expect this morning.
I can't talk, so just do this.
I know, everyone's kind of getting, and truly, have you like gotten connected to the moment yet, or is this still like watching it happen?
Yes, I'm between time zones. I'm between conscious zones, I think, in some way, because it is impossible after all these mornings together. But we'll be together.
It's a wonderful thing because truly and truly, you are emotionally touched by this and everybody can see it. Now, waking up long before the crack of dawn every morning, it isn't full of fun and games around the studio. Sometimes we're all getting close to kind of missing, wait a minute, we're all getting close to kind of like missing the show when we get there. But we are getting ready to say goodbye to Diane, and that's a tough thing for all of us. And I know it's tough for a lot of folks to watch because I've seen it on the Twitter as well. Here are some of the most wonderful moments of our time together. Here they are.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Diane Sawyer with Robin Roberts. It's Tuesday. Where am I?
Hi, Diane. How are you this morning?
Just great. How are you?
I'm great.
I love that you came in your tutu.
Oh, yeah.
You see? See what I'm saying? See? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just feel that. Just feel it.
Are you?
She certainly has. She's one of my great heroes.
Harley, the animal probably.
What's your second question?
Are you pregnant?
Excuse me?
Do you know who this is?
With all due respect to Mike, I've always had a crush on you. A crush.
Well, you didn't call me before you got married.
She's out.
George Clooney is going to be here live this morning, lighting up Times Square.
It's a huge star.
And he's also
huge actor.
Also going to be
George Clooney is on. He's a huge star.
Have we just had a hostile takeover of our show? I believe that's the case.
By the way, I'm in the control room and they're all drunk.
Once, twice, Diane, you're 3 times the lady.
Oh, Diane, where's my Diane?
The meatloaf sandwich.
That's a different category.
Sandwich wasn't part of the competition. Sandwich is extra.
So we have to
Sandwich is cheating.
Shocking.
What a surprise. Diane won.
Diane, yeah, it's shocking. Who knew?
We're going to fry this chicken.
chicken.
We're gonna fry this chicken, yes we are.
I'm getting ready for my backup.
Fry this chicken. You lean on, you got to lean. You gotta lean.
I'm not sure that this is architecturally sound, if you know what I mean. If there's anything you'd like to know about, just feel free to ask me.
Do you have any specials today?
I don't know the answer.
Diane, which one you like?
I love the hot jalapeno. Jalapeno.
Jalapenos and Anaheim peppers in there.
Lots of hot pepper, which pleases me a lot. It's like olé, olé.
You know, we can throw this stuff on here really fast.
So just keep it coming? A little bit of everything?
Yeah, throw that deal in there.
Okay.
Look we can use this later, too, I swear.
So you have to feel very confident and very powerful and very comfortable in this position with a woman.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Will.
And then if you really want to be intimate, you do this. You go, and then do this. And then nobody can criticize that either.
I couldn't contain my sense of love for you.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, there's a caller?
Hello.
Hello?
I'm hearing someone.
Phoenix?
Oh, God.
This
Yes.
is Nichols. I'm watching your every move. So cool it.
Diane, if you weren't married to one of my heroes, I would be back in New York and not Los Angeles.
Oh, why does everybody respect my husband too much?
Drop it, and you pump it.
Oh, yeah. You can never embarrass two-step.
Really, just go
Oh, that's good.
two-step, yes.
Up, down, roll, roll.
And now we're doing it.
And in Gibson gets out Sawyer.
And now, look with us that we're going to lift Diana. Don't be afraid.
Oh no! Did you hit your head? We'll be right back with a lawyer.
I just realized I have my pants on backwards. These are the pockets. You can put your hand in there.
Hey, I figure you need solidarity, right?
Thank you. Right on, yeah!
That's a good one. That's like the impersonation of what people look like when they get out of the car with you.
Go ahead, just start. Just go.
There you go. There you go.
I thought I did it for you.
Please don't let Diane get hurt.
Practice, but you just...
Around your back.
The one, the only, Diane Sawyer!
I want you to know.
I think George Stephanopoulos just called and said he'd like to reconsider.
I know that this is something that's not just you, and I love that our staff and other people are here, and we're going to miss the people that you have brought into our lives every day, Maria and...
Yes, every single morning they take this wreck that is me and do it. Thank you all. Love to you all.
It's
This is the
literally all of
team.
those people.
Where's Maria? Where is Maria?
There's Maria.
Okay,
Oh, there's
they're joining the
Maria.
group over there.
Vincent. Right. It's not going to be the same.
So it's not Allison, Evelyn, Claudia, Randy, Maria.
Randy gets you in the car every morning.
Every single morning, together.
You guys can still come by anytime you like. Yeah, that's right. You know, we'll have so much more in just a moment. Come on back.
Diane, congratulations. I think we're going to miss you in your good morning, Harry, but now you're on the evening. You're a woman that's faced up to many, many challenges, and I know this one will be a good one for you. And Barbara and I wish you all the best. We go back a long way, you and I, and it's all very favorable. And I've always been very impressed with your fairness and your digging in, I might add. But good luck to you. You're the best, and I wish you well.
One of my first assignments to cover his campaign.
And there's so many people who wanted to come here, who wanted to do what former President Bush has done. And our next two guests disagree strongly with each other on controversial subjects like saturated fat. But when it comes to you, Diane, they're on the same page. They completely agree on Diane. And so they put aside their differences to come here this morning, bring her presence. Our special guest, Evelyn Garcia, the host of the Dr. Oz Show, Dr. Mehmet Oz.
So Evelyn and I tag team this together. You know, I've been wanting to give this to you, honestly, for a decade. This is a machine that will analyze the quality of your sleep. And now that you never slept before.
I know.
But with your new job, you'll know not only how deep you're sleeping, but you'll analyze your REM sleep, so you'll see all those beautiful, vivid dreams. And then finally, a little bit of lavender. Not only will it help you get to sleep.
My aromatherapy.
You love it, but here's the thing, those long, leisurely mornings when you're lounging at home watching GMA, you don't smell good.
Fantastic.
All right, you know what I got for you? All right,
Take
so
that,
I know that you like spicy food, so I made you a spicy meatloaf with spicy mayonnaise,
meatloaf sandwich,
spice nuts, and also Zap potato chips, which are the best.
Is it the same sandwich you made for her so she could win that rigged competition?
That's exactly right. How'd you guess that, huh?
You know, I tried to talk him out of the white bread. He wouldn't hear of it.
No,
Diane
it's the white bread.
Can I
for
thank
sure.
former President and Mrs. Bush once again? And when I'm dreaming, I'm going to be dreaming all of you.
You have a future in this business, I really do. My fingers are crossed for you. I think you've put in the work. You've apprenticed the job well, so congratulations. She's really tough. She's great. She drops the gloves. She's kind of like a really beautiful hockey player. She can drop the gloves and then just keep swinging. And it's brutal, but she's good.
Where was he going there with that? I don't think he knew.
True Diane fan, Jeremy Piven, sending his best wishes to you. People were stacking up to want to do that. So T-minus 30 minutes. Can we stop time? Is that okay with everybody? Let's just stop time. Because we don't want this morning to end. We don't want you to, your tenure, your legacy here will continue on and on and on. Get to the weather so we can get back to the fun.
Yeah, let's do it quickly. By the way, we found an interesting town that we thought we should bring you an important forecast from. Let's put that town up, please. Yeah, Christopher Place, New Mexico. And it's really just fair at 32 degrees. That's all it is.
So actually,
now,
the message there is that it's cool.
And now on the amazing Sawyer flyby, Sawyer, New York. Did you know? At 23 degrees? Yeah, a little cloudy with some snow there. Sawyer, New Mexico, absolutely sunny and gorgeous at about 35 degrees. Sawyer, Idaho, a little cloud obscuring the Sawyerness there at about 22 degrees.
And as you guys like to joke, they're all my cousins and they all come to the audience every morning. We are all cousins.
And that is the weather around the nation. Here's what you could expect this morning. It's brought to you by Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Diane?
And now, if I could put time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd want to do is tell all of you and all of you at home what it has meant to me to have you there as I've traveled. How you have responded to to the people in need, what you have taught us all about death and life and hope and joy. Are we ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Good morning, America.
And with that, we were off and running. 7:01 in the morning, January 18th, 1999. Charlie and Diane side by side. Our first story that first morning, a rare F4 tornado hits Jackson, Tennessee.
What's happening in the hospitals right now? Do you all have water?
And what I learned from you in 11 years of searching through the waters of Katrina and the wreckage of the tsunami in Southeast Asia is that to be human is somehow, if we're together, we'll bear more than we can bear.
I remember the rope coming down, collapsing on my mom and dad. It's heartbreaking.
All told, together we circled the globe 14 times, more than 350,000 miles in 11 years, questioning world leaders. In Iran, an angry mob yelling at me, "Death to America."
But I'm American!
Then, unexpectedly, one of the screaming women looked me in the face and said, "What?"
I love you,
She says, "I love you." We traveled to the Mideast together during the war in Iraq. And on the noisy medevac plane carrying some of the wounded, we learned that life cannot be stopped. A soldier had a secret to share with me. And on we went to find stories of the women in Afghanistan and the icebergs in Finland.
She is in Finland. You're having the time of your life there, Diane.
In South Africa, the girls at Oprah's school taught us the song Bambelela that you sing in the poorest parts of the poorest slums. It means hold on. Songs from the living and a message to us from the dying.
The brick walls are there to give us a chance to show how badly we want something.
Beloved Professor Randy Pausch, stricken with pancreatic cancer and writing the last lecture that would fill us with love for even the toughest days we get to spend on Earth.
Fasten your seatbelts, because as we speak, we are breathing. We are getting contractions around here.
Charlie and I together became parents of the first live morning broadcast of babies being born.
Goodness gracious.
My name is Ishmael. My name is Stephanie.
And you were there when we needed you. For the children who grew up as foster kids, struggling without parents in a bruising system. When we tried to tackle the unfeeling bureaucracy, we learned no matter the age, even the tough-looking teens are just children aching for family like yours.
What I need is a mom and a dad. Not need, I really want a mom and a dad.
And again, you reached out to help when I took you to the poorest places in America, opening your hearts in Camden. Ivan had no home. He dreamed of food.
My heart is going to be sad. I want my own room. And I'm never going to get it.
Thanks to you, Ivan got his room. We spent the night together in maximum security prison to learn about people who stood at a crossroads and took a wrong turn. And we spent a lot of days with magical people. I even got to find my childhood paper doll, Esther Williams. Still beautiful and ready for a duo. And in a moment so dear to all of you who wrote me, the interview with Nancy Reagan about the last moments in the life of a president and a husband. Even though she thought that all recognition had been long lost to his Alzheimer's disease, at the end,
Ronnie all of a sudden turned his head and looked at me and opened his eyes and just looked. And then he closed them. What a gift he gave me at that point. What a wonderful gift.
Some 3,000 days we've spent together. Some 3,000 mornings. The challenging ones, September 11th. That morning, I raced down to Ground Zero, where the embers were still burning.
Those rescue workers, they are insisting that they be allowed to go back in.
And 1 year later, we gathered together some newborn babies who looked so much like the dads who died that day. Babies who rededicated us to hope with every squirm and every cry. One woman said to her baby, "You are the kiss your father left behind." And just like our famous train trip along the railways of America, every day here has been a grateful journey forward with the GMA family around me. All the passages. We delighted when Charlie became a granddad.
Andrew Reese Gibson Rosen, born at 1201.
We held close when we lost our friend, our pal, Joel Siegel.
This is a movie, it shouldn't be re-released on DVD, it should be re-released as kitty litter.
We celebrated with Chris's Bella and second child Mario, jumping their way through birthday after birthday.
Sam, push-ups, diamond push-ups.
And off camera, too, so much part of each other's lives. When Sam wanted to heal an old shoulder injury, his workout buddy to the rescue, Chris, stepped in. And Robin, beloved Robin, showed us all how you hold on when the news is tough.
And it's now been able to say it out loud. I have breast cancer, as my family here knows, my family at home knows. Like you said, onward.
And then how you take it on, still laughing, singing for joy. Thousands of days together, thousands of sleepless mornings, not to mention all the unslept working nights with people I love in front of the camera and hundreds off the screen. Working every shift 24 hours a day. All that passion, serious purpose, exuberance, and heart. And all I can say is, wherever I am, to all of you at home and here at Good Morning America, there's no mountain high enough to keep me from you.
Oh, all right, come on, come on, come on, come on, you big baby.
I think it's a Mary Tyler Moore.
What do you think? We need a big group hug?
We may need a giant GMA.
You think we need a giant GMA hug?
I think
But there are other people who want to hug you. There are other people, you know, how we're feeling right now, they feel the same way. One of the moments you talked about was gathering the children who lost their fathers after 9/11. And, you know, this picture right here, you know, all these precious babies. And we want to see those twins that you're holding right there.
Yes.
They're Olivia
and Ariel.
And they are now gorgeous. They're 8 years old.
Oh,
and they're
my
here
gosh.
now with the 25 other children from that
gosh.
photo to wish you well.
Congratulations. Oh, my goodness.
Come on in, kids. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Come on.
Come say hello. Can you wave to everybody at home?
Come on.
Hello. Hello. Turn around and wave to everybody at home. They want to see you again.
Wowee. Look at you
And
guys.
my, how you've grown. Oh.
Look, you're all taller than Diane now.
Thank you and bless you. What a happy one. Thank you. We'll be back.
Diane, now that you've moved on to the evenings, I have no reason to get up in the morning whatsoever.
Hi, Diane. Donnie Osmond. When I heard that you were going over to World News Tonight, I thought I really liked Charlie Gibson on World News Tonight. But now I'm going to love watching it because basically you've got better legs than Charlie. Good luck, Diane.
You know,
He hasn't seen Charlie's legs. I just want to say.
I hope not.
That's not a closed competition.
That's a story in and of itself. You know, obviously, you know, as we just saw, very often what we cover is staggeringly serious on the show. But I think that we've really learned, at least, you know, part of the lesson for me is that it is the laughter that really makes moments for people and really helps you get through difficult things. And that's why we try to bring some laughter into your lives here. And often we do it through highlights from the late-night comedians. They do it well. Obviously, with a figure as towering as Diane Sawyer going through a transition like this, they wanted, they musted to get involved. Here is a little gift.
Diane Sawyer, she is leaving. You know, she's one of the co-hosts of Good Morning America, and she's leaving Good Morning America, and she will be hosting Good Morning Japan.
Hi, Diane. It's me, Jim. I just want to say that I don't know why they fired you, but I want you to know that I'm never, ever going to watch Good Morning America again, and I hate everyone there now. And good luck with the new game show. It's going to be okay.
Hey, Diane, you know how you always used to say that you couldn't hang out late at night because you had to get up early for Good Morning America? Well, now there's no excuses. Now it's categories and Sambuca at my house. Let's do it! Come on! Congratulations!
I am going to miss you on Good Morning America. GMA was always the finest of the morning shows because you were there. You were bright, keen, intelligent, interested, engaging, plus you flirted like there was no tomorrow.
You know what she's doing? She's taken over. You know who's retiring? Is that Charlie Gibbons?
Yeah, Charlie Gibson.
Gibson.
Yeah.
Who in his own right was damn good.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gone, and did you hear Oprah got fired?
Well, Diane, congratulations on moving from one ABC hit show to another ABC hit show. From all of us here at CBS, well done.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'll tell you what, it really is great to laugh. It really is.
Feels good.
I know, and you needed it, boy. You and Sam, you were going down.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
We have a musical tribute to Diane next.
Music. Now we're talking.
The feelings are so strong. You got to have friends to make that.
I'm going to so miss you when I come in to do the morning shows. But, God, break everything you need to break. You are just the best. That's it. The best.
Thank you.
She likes you. She really, really likes you.
And me, her, as she well knows.
Oh, you're going to love what we're going to do next. Diane loves this song. She loves music. We have a very
Love
special
music in the
surprise.
morning.
A serenade from our tireless, terrific staff. Some of the resident singers that belt out one of your favorite songs. So here it is, Diane. Listen to Build Me Up, Buttercup.
Okay, wait a minute. Where do we go?
Build me up. Buttercup, don't break my heart.
October at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I waited around and then. Hey, hey, hey. Baby, baby, try to find. Hey, hey, hey. A little time, and I'll make you hey. Home, I'll be beside the phone, waiting for you.
Why do you build me up?
Buttercup, baby, don't you let me down.
Let me down. Bend me around and
Worst of all.
worst of all. Buttercup, baby, nice to say you will. Say you will, but I love you still. I need you.
You more than anyone, darling. Know that I have from the start. Build me up,
Buttercup, don't break my heart.
Love you, Diane.
America is brought to you by Amazon Kindle, the wireless reading device from Amazon.com.
Take a glass.
Thank you.
Everyone have their glass? Chris, Diane, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful memories and the love, and I know that it will continue. And I have a final toast. The best part of life is when your family become your friends and your friends become your family.
Amen.
And to Monday morning with all of you, right here on Good Morning America.
Oh, we gotta have this sound.
Can we have a giant